to another showing episode of the Squashy Maywell. My day has been amazing. Okay, sorry. Today on the show we are talking about what are you willing to lose. That is today's topic. If you are a first time listener, thank you so very much. Do not forget to subscribe, and if you are part of me already, thank you so very much for still watching this video. Guys, we'll dive right into the gist in a bit. Do not forget, if you are listening alone, you are doing it wrong. Tell your friends, tell your lovers, tell your haters to listen to the podcast, and we're gonna gist in a bite. Welcome back, guys. Still on the topic, what are you willing to lose? And I remain your very own Mabel Benita. So first off, I would like to apologize. Last week on the show I said we are going to talk on kindness, and the truth is I had difficulties with my guests. The time wasn't convenient for both of us, so we had to move it. So that brings us to our topic today. What are you willing to lose? And I made another flyer. What do you have to lose? Because a lot of times, or not a lot of times, I don't know if you have been in a situation where someone says, just do it, what do you have to lose? Yes, I'll do it, I have nothing to lose, that kind of thing. But the truth is, in the physical sense, we might not have anything to lose. But you see, once you have done that thing, or you have said that thing, there's the what if in your head. What if you said this instead? What if you did this instead? What if this? What if that? Then that is what is affecting your is affecting your mental health, because now your peace of mind, your conscience is like, what if. Yes, that's what happens. So even if in physical sense you don't have something to lose, but in the general sense you do have something to lose. Mentally you have something to lose, because then you get fixated and worried about that thing that you should have said or you shouldn't have said, or that thing you have done and you shouldn't have done. Yes. So what are you willing to lose? The truth is, why I chose this topic here, last week I made a huge decision. That's like the biggest risk I have taken in my life, and there were a lot of things, a lot of factors in motion, and I asked myself a million times, am I willing to lose this? Am I willing to stop this? There are a lot of sacrifices that had to be made in regards to that decision I took. And the truth is this, what I realized is, for you to get to where you're going to, yes, you have to be willing to lose something. Because thing is, it all has to do with sacrifices. You must make sacrifices. If you want to be better, if you want to grow, you have to make sacrifices. For this thing to work, there has to be sacrifices. Okay, this is what I'm giving for me to get this. This is what I'm depriving myself for me to get this. Okay, it's just like, I like smoking. Just saying I like smoking, but I do know that if I do not stop smoking, I'm gonna die. Lung cancer, my lifespan is reduced, I could just drop dead any day. So for me to live, for me to be healthy, I have to do what? I have to stop smoking. Okay, I have a high BP. For me to live longer, what do I have to do? I have to mind what I eat. I have to reduce my stress. I have to be conscious of what I'm thinking about. For me to be the best in my faculty, what do I have to do? I have to cut down on the movies. I have to cut down on the distractions. To be able to get to where I'm going to be able to be the best, I have to pay more attention to my book. So what am I losing? I'm depriving myself of the movies when I'm supposed to go see a movie. I'm saying no, I'm going to read my book. When I'm supposed to go out with friends, I'm like, no. Everything has a time, or I now have a schedule. Why? Because I have a target. This is where I am going to go, and I am prepared to lose this. I am prepared to cut back on this. If I want to be a CEO of a company, and I have friends that they would rather serve than be served, which is not a bad thing, but that is not where I am going to. Now, what do I have to do? I have to be willing to lose those friends, not because they are bad for me, but because we are not going in the same direction, and I need people to motivate me in that direction. So what do? Either we discuss amongst ourselves, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going to do, but this is what you're going to do. Okay, either we meet at a fence, like, okay, yes, we help each other, or yeah, we can still be friends but not as close. So I'm losing that friendship. Why? Because I have a bigger target, because I have a more great goal than that. You lose your time, you lose your comfort, you lose your friends, you lose those things you like, because why? There is a goal. You have to make sacrifices, and a lot of us do not want to make those sacrifices. We want the big picture, but we do not want to make the sacrifices. For Kamala Harris to be the first black vice president, it's not, she didn't just sleep and wake up and that was it. She had to make sacrifices. There were things she had to lose in order to get to where she's going to. There were friends that had to pull back and like, you don't have time for us, so I don't want to be a friend. And you're like, okay, cool, it hurts, because I actually value our friendship, but if that's what you're saying, okay, fine, no problem. Okay, I want to read, some I'm supposed to read, do history, things that I'm supposed to, the things that I love doing, but I know if I keep on doing them, I won't get to where I'm going to. Okay, for this podcast, yes, I like personalizing it. The truth is, when I started this, who I started with, the person that motivated me, was part of my motivators, it so happened that we didn't want the same thing anymore. Like, he wanted something and I wanted something else, and I'm like, okay, this is actually important to me, and I cherish your friendship so very much, but I am going to have to let you go because you are dragging me back, and I know if I continue with this, I am not going to get to where I want to go. I don't know if I am making sense. The truth is, we have to be willing to lose something. We have to be willing to make sacrifices to be the best version of yourself. Then what are these sacrifices you make? As I said, you might lose your friends, you might lose your time, you might lose your comfort zone, you might, don't lose your family. That's, I don't think that there's anything worth losing family over. Then again, there are actually some people that have messed up families, so but I don't think there is nothing that I don't think there is anything, no, I don't think there is nothing that I would lose my family over. There's nothing that important that I'm willing to lose my family. But then again, when you are losing, when you're like, oh, I'm gonna give up this, I'm gonna give up, make sure, the thing is, we see that quotes that everybody is replaceable, you can replace everybody. The truth is, no, you can't replace everybody. That is the truth. I have lost friends that I wish were still in my life, but I had to let them go for different reasons, and some of the reasons made no sense. That is just the truth. At that time, I thought, okay, this is so what I wanted, but this person doesn't want that, so bye. But the truth is, till date, I have not been able to replace those people in my life. So when you are losing something or someone, be sure that this is worth it. Be sure that you are going all the way. Be sure you're not just starting and you just fall somewhere, you just give it up. Make sure you are putting your all. Like, I lost this is what I had to sacrifice to get here, so I am going to keep on going. Don't just lose friends or stop things because of stopping sake, or because you feel at that moment it's going to make sense. Do you get? Yes, we can't see the future, things happen, but I hope you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm getting at. Make sure it's worth it. in as much as you are willing to lose everything to get you to where you're going, to look at the bigger picture. Look at the big picture. Is it worth it? Okay, yes, it's worth it. What are the benefits, your pros and cons? If I do this, okay, yes, I am willing to pay the price for this to work. I think when we make sacrifices, when we lose some things, or when we stop some things, when we look back and we're like, I know what I paid for to get to where I'm going to. We are more driven, we are more committed. But when, parents say this for phones, that children don't know the value of their phone because they didn't use their money to get it. I don't know if the people listening have heard that, but also in Nigeria, in my family, I hear that a lot. Like, you don't know the value if your money is not inside. So when you sweat for that money and you use that money to buy something, there is that value. Why? Because you know how much work you had to put in to get this, to generate this. You know how much, the sacrifices you had to make to get this. So that okay, yes, you carry egg. But when it's not your money, when you didn't work for it, when there was nothing, you didn't make any sacrifice, you just become a douchebag about it. You become so yes, that's what I'm saying. Be willing to make sacrifices and make sure it's worth it at the end of the day. When we're able to know all this, when we're able to know what is worth risking everything for, we pray the things we do, pray that everything or every decision we take is worth the risk. Okay, what I'm putting so much into, so much energy, and losing people over, we do pray it's worth it at the end of the day. No one wants to pay sacrifice and it doesn't turn out the way we want to. So we do pray that it does come out, all our sacrifices is worth it. The stress and everything is what the hustle is, what the you do get what I'm saying. You do get what I'm saying. Well, guys, that is all the time we have for today. Your mental health is a priority. Make friends, build community, have people that surround you, that motivate you, that encourage you to take calculated risk, and do have a plan, have a grand plan, have a big picture, have something tangible doing. And I tell myself, since I made that decision, I tell myself every morning, I say to myself, He has perfected all that concerns me. And why I say that is because I can't see the future. So I am hoping that the things I had to drop for this works. It has to work. It has to work. Not be by my power. It is not by our power. So it's still in His hands. Any day, every day. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know the sacrifices that you had to make to get to this stage you're in, to get to the level you're in. But I do hope at the end of the day it is worth it. I do hope whatever it is you are going through, it is worth it. I do hope you don't have to lose so much to get that thing you want. It's the Bible says what happens, I'm not quoting it like the way it is, but what will I gain if I gain if I gain the whole world and lose my soul? It makes no sense if you lose everything important just to get this one thing. And the truth is, money can't buy happiness. That is just so. The prayer is, let me not invest in something so much that I lose what matters. It's selfish. It's selfish that I want to have everything. We don't want to lose everything, but we still want to get that thing. It's selfish, but in as much as it's selfish, we still try. We still wish that it was doable. Let me not lose anything. Let me have my friends. Let me be able to eat the chocolates and my teeth don't fall off. Yes, we want to have everything. We want to have all that. But I don't know what you're going through, as I said, but I do hope that you're able to get through it. I do hope it becomes better at the end of the day. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So yes, that is all the time we have for today. This is a short one. I didn't say at the beginning, because when I said it at the beginning last week, I ended up talking for like 30 minutes plus. I ended up talking for like 30 minutes plus. But I do hope I was able to make sense in the little I have said. For the giveaway, I don't know if I was supposed to put the question yesterday and announce the winners today, but I'll announce the winners next week. So 2 questions. This is for my active listeners, for my fans, the people that have followed up from beginning to the end. According to the podcast, yes, according to what you've listened on the podcast, when I talk about food, what is my favorite meal? If you have listened, I do talk about food a whole lot. I really do. I'm not ashamed of it. But yes, if you have listened to the podcast, what was or what is my favorite food? And question number two, what we gonna talk about? Question number 2. Okay, yeah. Who was or our guest when it was okay, aside from me and Osmosis, the first episode where we had 3 to 4 persons, name those persons. Yes, basically that's it. Change. So yes, aside from me and Osmosis, the first episode we had me, Osmosis, and 2 or 3 or 4 persons. The very first one, we had multiple guests. What were their names and what did they do? What was their profession? And I will announce the winner next week, and I will tell you what you stand to win next week. I cannot tell you right now, but then again, I said I know they do pass myself, so yes, but you stand to win something. So do answer those 2 questions. I will talk to you next week, Wednesday. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. First question, what is my favorite food? Second question, the guest we had on the show. And if you are a guest, or if I have ever had you as a guest on the show, you are excluded from this. This is not for you. And if nobody wins, I will pamper myself with the spoils. Yes. I love you guys. Stay safe. Your mental health is a priority. Do what makes you happy. If you ever feel like talking, Mabel is here for you. Send me a message, subscribe, like, and comment. I love you.